then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got that chicken to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. First and 10. Copeland. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Off the bootleg. Copeland. He's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. To throw. Copeland to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Copeland. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On 1st down, Copeland. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Hut! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Hut! Hut!
Looking to throw. Copeland. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. This quarterback now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Flex round! Flex round! Hut!
Back to throw. Copeland. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go! What? 90! What? 90! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Copeland. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Copeland. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal calls would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
To throw again, Copeland. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Copeland. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Throwing on first down, Copeland. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
To throw now in his own end zone. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. With it is Jackson. They'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Here we go. Grand 38.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He sets, and for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard.
Stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He's going to go deep for Conley. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll check this one down to Michelle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Given 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw on second down. Copeland toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go! White 90! White 90!
From the gun, Copeland. Going for the deep ball. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They are in the second quarter down in Miami, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This quarterback now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw to Michelle on the screen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled. So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
They'll set up a throw to Michelle on the dump off. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Telvin Smith coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. A give. This is Michelle. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Jackson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
On 1st and 10, Copeland. And he's got his man on the out route. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Off the play fake, Copeland. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot! Hot!
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
Here we go!
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll set up to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go.
To throw on second down, Copeland. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
Ohio!
Looking to throw. Copeland. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
He'll look to throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. Now back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after him, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
New England on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Back to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. Looking long for... And got his man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, there's still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Final minute now of the third quarter. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go! One!
Looking to throw on second down. Copeland. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Back to throw. Copeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Here's a carry for P. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
New England on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Then on the ground they go with a running back. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes really good tight end who can control the...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, and result, touchdown.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the return will stop right around the 25. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On first down, Copeland. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go! What? 90!
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
And they'll run it here. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Prater for the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Yeah, the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Come on, let's go. White 90.
Following the fumble recovery, Copeland. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's them with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. He got 29 yards that time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Ricardo Allen with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delton O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Back to throw now on first down. That escapes the sack. Now he'll escape to his right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the think.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Off play action. Copeland. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. 44 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Motion.
Throwing on 1st down. Copeland. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And we now have a new single-game interception king. A record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely phenomenal. What comes to mind quickly, partner, is one of the more recent ones to get to 4. D'Angelo Hall, a terrific player in his own right, but in this case, 5. That sets a brand new NFL record.
Back to throw. Shreds the tackle. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now running right through it. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Let's go. White, 90. White.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ohio! Ohio!
Operating from the gun, Copeland. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 32 that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Looking to throw. Copeland. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
You've got to get out of bounds. You absolutely have to get out of bounds.
Great idea working the perimeter, but the clock rolling. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Back to throw. Copeland buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie.
To the guys on the defensive
fucking go,
side,
bro.
Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
This game crazy as hell, right? This has been crazy as shit.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
What the fuck was that?
This one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air it out for Dorsett.
That fucking made me switch on that nigga, dog.
16 seconds now on the clock. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Ooh.
And able to find Conley. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. They'll set up the throw. He's going to sling this.
They did that shit again, bro.
And that is incomplete.
They did that shit again, made me fucking move.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now. The ones who are doing it best know they need to go down.
Fucking go.
It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Fucking go.
Going to be set up in the red
let's fucking go. 6 picks, nigga. Nigga clowning.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you
that nigga in the history books, dog.
You don't usually get a chance.
Put that nigga in the history books.
I mean, I'm not sure of the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one.
Go ahead and win this bitch, dog.
And his kick is
shit over with. Good game.
With that, they will move out in front by 3. We thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for New England, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start, and they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.